Yeah, my name's Richie, or Eegor, as people properly know me. Woke up one morning and I said I need to give myself a name. My musical passion began when I was 6. That's kind of the idea. It's like you never know what to expect. But then as the BPMs got slower and the bass lines got fatter, I drew more of an appreciation for techno and progressive techno. We've been approached by Technosis Records. That only happened last week. We have a live set. We've created a live set together. Yeah, they're creating a bit of a community.
What style of music got you into the electronic music?
It was Goa trance.
Good evening, everybody, from Church of Techno boat party in Sydney Harbour, which is happening right now. Brother, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name's Richie, or Eegor, as people properly know me. I play progressive techno. I represent Iboga Tech Records. I live out on the Hawkesbury River, and really good session.
It was. I've been curious, and I think maybe other people have been too. What does your artist name mean, Eegor, and how did you come up with it?
Okay, this is an interesting one. Everyone asks me why Eegor, and I say why not. Basically, I lived in Japan for 6 years, and I was starting to play music over there, and woke up one morning and I said I need to give myself a name. But I see DJ names, they're kind of like stamps, you know. It's just a way of identifying people, and Eegor for me is like in the haunted house movies and stuff, the butler. The guy that opens the door is generally Eegor. So you never know what you're going to get when that door gets open. And to couple that up, I just changed up the spelling a little bit. That's kind of the idea. It's like you never know what to expect. I play music for the environment that I'm in, such as this boat, for example. But that's pretty much it.
So when you first started doing music, that wasn't originally your name. You came up with this later in your music career or in your music activities, or how did your music journey begin? Maybe you can answer that.
Yeah, totally. So that was a DJ name from the get-go, and that was in 1994. So I think I've been doing it for 26 years now, or something like that. My musical passion began when I was 6. I played the violin and the viola, and then went on to play the guitar and the bass guitar, and then I studied music theory, was classically trained, and I can compose music, like classical music, and all the different clefs and all that sort of thing. Obviously, as I got older and more stupid, I went away from the classical music and got into electronic music, and I've been there ever since.
So when you got into electronic music, what style of music got you into the electronic music?
It was Goa trance. It was literally Goa trance in Tokyo in 1994. Yeah, I went to a party at the base of Mount Fuji, and that pretty much changed everything. Absolutely everything for me. And I said, I really, really like this, and I want to get amongst it, and I did. So Goa trance then for me developed into, I even played psytrance at one point. But then as the BPMs got slower and the bass lines got fatter, I drew more of an appreciation for techno and progressive techno. And it's been my journey thus far. We'll see what the future holds, I guess. Yeah.
How long have you been producing electronic music now?
Oh, my first release was in 2007, I believe. Yeah, 2007 on Open Records.
What was the name of it?
It was called Prime Groover. Yeah, so, you know, the Prime Move is that massive semi-trailer, the big truck sort of thing. And yeah, I called it Prime Groover. It took me 13 months to write this song. And I'm really thankful that I don't actually have to spend that much time writing music. These days I can get it done in a couple of months, it's fine, but yeah.
It's progressive techno that you're mainly producing?
I'd say so, yeah. I have a side project under the alias Blacker, and it's slower. It's slower, deeper, houseier, more tribal, and a few more world music elements infused in that, if you know what I mean. But yeah, no, at the moment the Eegor, I do the Eegor and Zark project with my partner Cam, who's Zark, and yeah, we're doing really, really well at the moment.
Yes, actually I was going to ask about it. I've noticed that you are producing an Eegor and Zark. How did that collaboration begin, and why? Why do you do it together?
Well, he's always been a bedroom producer. He's never really got up on stage and done stuff. And I've been DJing for years, but his knowledge of electronic music and production is second to none. But the funniest bit about it is Cam was actually in Japan at the same time that I was, and we never met. We went to the same parties, we listened to the same music, we were there exactly the same time, and we literally started hanging out about 4 or 5 years ago. And we had this point of realization that we were like, oh my God, we were in the same place, and his passion for music spawned from that era in 1994, as did mine.
So how did you reconnect?
Through the old Sydney doofs, mate. Yeah, we went out to the doofs, and yeah, we started hanging out, and yeah, just talking, and then one thing led to the next. He's like, oh my God, you did that? And I said, yes, I did that. And he's like, I did that too. And I'm like, that's just crazy, absolutely crazy. But yeah, that's where it all came from. And then we said, let's start working on something together. I'm more the journeyman when it comes to creating and like telling the story in all of our tracks. But when it comes to the production and the kick and the bass, that's his department, 100%.
Well, that's a nice synergy, I guess. So you've recently released on Eegor Tech. I know you've released on Anarchic Records. What other labels have you recently released?
We've got releases on Digital Structures, Anarchic, Alpaca, Stone Seed, of course. Thanks to Ziggy. We've been approached by Techno Records. That only happened last week. They'd really love something from us, but yeah, at this stage of the game, we're pretty much locked in with Eegor Tech. Yeah, because they're giving us a lot of support, and yeah, it's good.
Good to hear, man. Have you been playing together as Eegor and Zark, or does Zark still stay in the studio and you play? How does it happen?
Okay, so we have a live set. We created a live set together. Cam has got an analog synthesizer, a Moog Sub 37, which is his baby basically, and he really wants to showcase that to everyone, and we've got a few other controllers and stuff on board, and we have created a live set, and we got booked at Dragon Dreaming this year to play live. But alas, good old COVID-19, got Cam a week before the festival, so he couldn't come to the festival. So I had to do the live set on my own. So I didn't have the Moog and didn't have a couple of extra elements, but I gave it a go, and it was well received. It was good, but it's definitely not the same without his input. And we want to keep doing this live set. It's just a matter of getting the chance to do it together. Because the first time, our debut live set, and to be honest, it was my first ever live set as well in my 26 years of DJing and stuff, and I had to do it on my own just because of bloody COVID.
So how did you feel about that set? Like you said, of course it wasn't the same but you think it went all right?
It went really, really well. It was really well received. Everyone loved it. The sad part was Cam couldn't be there to experience it as well, and it would have been one of his first moments up on a big stage to a serious crowd. I mean, you know what Dragon Dreaming's all about. It's one of the best festivals, man. So yeah.
And about your tonight set, how do you feel about it? And did you play any of your originals in it?
Well, I loved the set. I loved every minute of it. Obviously the backdrop. Here we are in Sydney Harbour. You can't really beat that. That's cool. Getting the opportunity to play on the rooftop, unreal. I played 4 of our tracks. Yeah, I opened with one of them. The first 2 tracks actually were ours, and then one in the middle, and then one right near the end as well.
Is it your first time playing at Church of Techno?
No.
How many? How did your involvement with Church of Techno begin, and when, and how many times have you been here?
I think I've done 3 or 4 churches, I'd say. From warehouse parties to the Bridge Hotel and all that sort of thing. And they're creating a bit of a community. So, and with that community, they're kind of rotating regulars, all that sort of thing. It's getting bigger, it's getting better. This is obviously their debut boat party, which is a good sign of what's going to come in the future. Basically, they're diversifying, they're spreading, they're doing everything. So yeah, full respect to these guys. They're unreal.
Well, thank you very much for talking to me. Awesome to catch up with you again. I look forward to catching up with you again at the New Year's Eve, spending a weekend at Art Valley Kibbutz gig. Any last words that you'd like to add?
Wow. I look forward to seeing you at New Year's, and let's hope these nights like these continue. Let's hope everything continues now, and there's no more lockdowns and all that sort of stuff. So.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for watching. All the best. Church of Techno Boat Party. Thanks, man.